the 5,000, and then I got the I sold that and bought the live, and I've been on the live one, just the original live from like 2017 since. It's standalone.
It is standalone.
Hmm.
Oh, word! I didn't know that the one was standalone. So you can just take that out. So the problem I have with the Ableton and the Push Live is that exact thing. Is that like you can't use any third party plugins, anything like that.
Yeah,
That's
the
probably.
NPC's like that too.
Oh, really? I thought
Well, I
that
mean,
was.
well, no, you can put in third party plugins. It's just kind of a hassle.
I'm gonna keep that in mind though, because that was
But
my
they have a
main
lot of good
sale.
plugins. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on this. Somebody in the you know.
Somebody in the chat, let it know. Let's see here. So we are live across all of the old streamings, the Face Talk and the Insta Books. Uh,
Do you want to link me so I can share it?
I didn't send it to you. Shit. Got you, bruh. Got you, bruh. Um, so what's your so for everybody at the Heezy, what what do you go by? How'd you get the name?
KI Design. I got it from attempting to tag when I was younger and being terrible at it, and the name just stuck. It was KID, and then that was obviously super trite and cliche. So we just created a like a phrase out of it and kept it KI Design. It stands for Killing in Design.
Okay. Killing in design. Is that like killing it in design?
Basically, yeah, just
Okay.
killing the design of killing it.
That's actually that's and then do you so since you have the background in you know in art essentially like you have the background in art do you have merch do you design your merch.
No, I don't. I have a background in it in being that I'm bad at it. So you know,
So-
my thing was when I was a kid. It's weird, but when I was a kid, I was in. Me and all my friends were into aggressive inline rollerblading. So we were all fruit booters, and in skate videos at the time, it went from punk music to underground hip hop, and everything about hip hop. Our older brothers had a crew in the town that we grew up called Welfare Crew, and it was like this hip hop, graffiti, rollerblading, like ragtag group of like hip hop heads that would do like breakdance battles and all this shit, and they were like hyper influential on us, and that kind of led us into hip hop, and from that I didn't start out wanting to rap. I started out wanting to break dance, but I'm 6'2" and diabetic. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna. It's not gonna happen. And then and then I tried tagging, and I was like, this is just mad risky.
it's mad risky.
Yeah, and then
Not only is it mad risky, but it's also like it really. When you say risky, are you talking about from a judicial standpoint, like from law, or from like?
no, I'm talking about from like TKO heads that'll beat the shit out of you because you don't understand the etiquette of graffiti. And I was like, damn, this is like legit gang shit. Like I'm good,
It's
because I grew up in Central California, so there wasn't a big underground hip hop community. It was mostly like norteños and sureños, and
there's not.
tagging was just XIV Sir 13, and there's no room for some dude trying to get his ups.
That's actually surprising when you say that. Like I figured that it would have a pretty large or pretty vast underground. Like I figured it'd be an underground hip hop like place to be.
Central California, not. It's not a
Not.
fun place. No, like the Bay Area, absolutely.
She was like, my tech support was jumping in, going, "No, you're live. Yeah, you're live.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's working everywhere, babe.
Sweet. Well, it won't let me shoot him a link. Um, so yeah, so I didn't really realize that. So where's the underground
So
mecca of the West then?
well, I mean, it's in California, but California is a big state.
Right, right.
So Central California. So you got LA, and you've got the Bay Area, but then you've got Central California, which is just like it's just farming country and kind of like just poor communities and not a lot to do, right? So you're either like an Aggie, which is like an agriculture person, or you're like Norteño or Sereno, or you're like what we were. We were just little skater kids, you know? and with that came like the hip hop shit.
Yep. Yep.
And like we used to always joke and say like, you know, the fifth element of hip hop is rollerblading and shit, or the sixth element of hip hop or whatever. Like, you know.
That's awesome though. That's actually really dope. Like, so did you have peers that were you know, into the rap as well? Like, did they get into the rap and rapping as well?
Yeah, I started rapping most frequently with my buddy Dave, who, funny enough, stuttered really bad, but didn't when he rapped, and was also ultra good at freestyling, and always pushed me to be better than I was, because I have a dollop of corniness that I just can't escape, and he always did his best to, like, kind of steer me away from that, you know?
That's a good friend right there.
And then I had my buddy's older brother Gizmo, who I was the type of MC that was like, oh, I don't freestyle, I just write. And then he used to just roast me every day at parties until I started freestyling. And then I got like really good at freestyling, you know? So all due to him. That was Giz, yeah.
We're gonna test this out. So you know, let's see what happens here when it comes to an end. We end it out on a freestyle, a performance, or an exclusive. So like,
yeah.
I think appropriate. I think in this case, freestyle.
I'll do a freestyle, but what I want you to do is hold up any random object in your studio, and I'll incorporate it into the freestyle. Otherwise, I won't know what the fuck to talk about.
Done.
Your boy got 2 kids, and I'm burnt, imagination-wise.
Yo, so you got 2 kids. How old are they?
I have a 5-year-old about to be 6 in about 11 days, and a 2-year-old.
Okay, damn. So you pressed the restart button again.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, this is probably like a midlife crisis, if anything. if I'm being honest with myself.
Yo, but hey, I'm telling you that, you know, so that means, you know, because I was young when I had all my kids. Like my kids, my youngest is 11 now. My oldest is 22.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I was definitely the math don't add up exactly, but
no, hey man, I kind of wish I did it now because I'm exhausted as a 37-year-old dad of toddlers. You know.
That's what I'm talking about. Like that exact thing is I was so glad to have my son like at a young age because I realized how much energy it was. It was like, I mean, people think having a baby pit bull is hard. Try having a fucking you know, like some cool, especially my daughter, freaking the stunt double. Like she literally would just jump off of things just randomly. Catch me.
Yeah.
She believed 100% I was going to catch her 100% of the time. I did happen to, but that don't mean it was guaranteed.
No. And the hypervigilance of just being like hyper aware all of the time. You know.
And you can only do that for so long before, of course, you're going to get the burnout.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, look at me, dude. This ain't a costume, bro. I'm fucking exhausted.
So you said you work in the entertainment industry as well. Give us some background on that.
I grew up. Well, I'm in Eugene, Oregon now, and I have been since 2008. I moved in 2008. I got some bartending gigs in like DIY kind of like punk space venues, bars, but like kind of rough places. And then I ended up from that being brought on to this venue in Eugene called the Big Dirty, which we ran for 4 years, one of them during the pandemic. So we had it for 5 years, but we couldn't be open. And I was the GM there and part owner, and I've been like a bar manager at just a ton of different places that had stages, you know what I mean? And being a performer, it always just kind of rolled into each other.
Yeah,
and then I just kind of garnered a reputation for knowing what I'm doing to some degree. And, you know, just get opportunities that way. And now I work for the Wow Hall, which has been around since 1932. It's a non-profit. It's a national landmark. It's in Eugene. It's had Nirvana play there. It's had, I saw Ghostface Killer there, Aesop Rock there.
Yeah.
I opened up for Idea and Abilities there in
What
2010.
the fuck? Nobody
And
even
Boot
knows who the
Camp
fuck they
Click.
are.
Yeah, they do.
Dude, bro, like so many people now they're getting flowers. Idea and Abilities never got flowers. Like nobody gave a fuck about them, and I was like, y'all are sleeping.
I always did. I don't know, man. When Birth of a Fish came out, I was on board, and then when E&A Day dropped, I was like, E&A Day to me is still like the perfect hip hop album.
Absolutely.
In my opinion, it's top 5 for me. But I understand that I'm in an indie hip hop corner. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I'm like an art hip hop nerd. So, but like done shows with Open Mike Eagle there, and a ton of just really dope artists. Got the best compliment I've ever received there. The group I was in called the Architects. Shout out the Architects. It was like a 6-person posse hop group. We opened up for the Boot Camp Click, which I don't know if you're familiar, but it's like Helta Skelta.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And fucking, all the, yeah. And they came out, Smith & Wesson and a couple other guys, everyone but Sean Price. Sean Price didn't give a fuck. But came out and I got off stage and they came up to me and they shook my hand and went, not one corny line. And I was like, I've taken that to the grave with me. That's probably
Solid.
one of my accolades is that like Smith & Wesson were like,
Yeah, that's a big deal right there. Like, cause they're expecting, you not to bring the flame.
Well, Eugene, Oregon, little white kid.
Dude,
I get it.
You can't.
Always under promise, over deliver kind of thing.
Hey, I prefer that all day. I like the element of surprise in there.
Yeah, for sure.
What's your that's crazy. Like Idea is one of my favorite all-time rappers, just because
sure.
and Scribble Jam. Like Scribble Jam is what did it.
Mm-hmm.
So when did I was trying to think as soon as you said the Birth of a Fish, I'm like, when is that? That's like 2006, 2008, somewhere in there.
Before that, because
Really?
E&A Day came out in 2003, I want to say.
Oh my god, yeah.
So it was probably like 99 or 2001 or something.
What? Man, the time flies when you're getting old. Yo, that's crazy. I still have his signature on my daughter's wall. So, who would you say inspires you the most as far as when it comes to your own personal music? Now that you're back in it and hitting it.
It's hard to say. It's funny. Many people have called it out, but my number one MC of all time always has been. Doesn't matter how deep into the art shit I get, is Method Man. Method Man has always been like the GOAT for me. In a way that, like, I'm not saying he's the most technical wordplay guy. I'm just like he's the total package of like can spit bars, is funny, is engaging, is entertaining, takes himself seriously but not too seriously. Like in a way that he can joke about himself in situations. Like I remember watching the Beef videos, and there's like a fight on a golf course, and everyone's beating the shit out of each other, and it turns to Method Man, and he's walking away, and he's just going, "I love this game," and just walks away. I was just like, that's cool. And then I saw him live at the Catalyst in Santa Cruz, and I was like, this is like a punk show, like because I used to go to punk shows, and I was like, this dude's doing front flips into the crowd, and like he was just insane, and I was like, this is the type of hip hop shit. Like this dude encapsulates it to me.
It's because he's been on, like he's been on the whole time. He's not afraid of crossing boundaries. Like there's no boundaries for him, and he looks like he's comfortable in his own skin, like able to be a chameleon when it comes to that.
He's an authentic dude, but he can fit you. You could tell you could put him in a crowd of anybody, and people would just be getting along with him.
Which is, it's not everybody that can do that. Like honestly, like because
that's being an MC though. Take a situation and control the situation. You know what I mean? It's like an MC's got to be able to rock a house party, rock a stage, rock with no monitors, rock without a mic, rock on top of a car. Like he's got to be able to do it, and he's the dude I think that can do it for anybody, anywhere, and make a party pop off.
I agree with that.
I think
that's right. I think that's right. I think that like, I mean, they proved it really. Like, with how high and their commercial success, like during that era, like that whole
Yep.
time period was like he was just balling out and out of control.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so how many albums have you done in total? Like what's your album count at?
It's hard to say because like I was doing. Is it loud? Can you hear that? My heater just kicked on.
Nope.
Okay. I was in a group for a long time, and I did a lot of side projects. So I put out an album with this dude Undermine called Bad News Tooth, and then I did like 3 albums with my group, the Architects, and then I put out a bunch of projects like in early like from 2003 to 2006 with my buddy Strange MD. And then I was in a band before that we put out an EP, and it was called Products of Anomaly. And like, but this is all pre Spotify streaming, you know. So it's kind of in the ether. Like, I bet you could find a Reverb Nation or some dumb shit like that where there's music out there that isn't on my streaming services. But yeah. So in my catalog right now, because I'm kind of rebooting, I kept my album from 2015, Coffee Table Clutter, which I did with my buddy Eb1. I did all the beats and scratching, and then my buddy DJ Food Stamp did some scratching, and then Eb1 rapped on it. Food Stamp's a phenomenal DJ.
Dude, that's a hilarious name though.
Great name, yeah. Back before EBT cards.
Yeah, ain't nobody got none of them now, huh?
Back before EBT, my money was brown.
Oh shit. That's so what's your so if you've said that you're on the revamp, how long have you been heavy back at it?
Since like August.
so
it's really funny because what I did was I was like, I just had enough. I came out to my studio. I've always been making beats, but I just never put anything out. And I finally was like, all right, I am just going to do this in one take. I'm going to record it all, track everything out to my tape deck, run the tape deck as a stereo out into my little like multi-tracker.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to put it out. I'm going to make a little video real quick on CapCut, never done it before. And then I was like, and then I'm going to put that out, and I'm going to put $5 a day for 7 days on this ad and see what happens. And then I posted it on Reddit and in like the Eugene subreddit and like MPC users subreddit and like these kind of niche, like around my niche type shit.
Right.
And I was just like, hey, check it out. Let me know what you think. And in like 3 days, I shot up from having like 4 monthly listeners to like 3,000. It was like fucking insane, just this crazy surge. And I was like, oh shit. So what I'm finding is people like, it's refreshing to hear just like raw, not overproduced.
Yes.
So I just kind of, and then I was like, all right, I'm just going to start recording all of these songs that I've been performing and haven't recorded and nobody's heard outside of my hometown, and I'm going to put them out there. And that's kind of what I've been doing. So like, that's kind of been my ethos right now. Is like I just put out 5 songs since August. I've got another one on deck, and then I've been releasing some of my older songs like concurrently that just people don't have access to.
Which that's exclusive right there. Just because it was out, like, just because it's new, it's not new to you. It's new to how many billions of people did not hear that before?
Nobody's heard it. You know what I mean? Like when you think about it percentage wise, I'm like, nobody's heard it except for the like dive bars that I performed at in like 2012. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna put this shit out, and I'm working on new stuff too. But these songs I feel like are quality, and they always have been. So it's like, I'm gonna put them out.
You've inspired me to do it because like I actually have not. I've got a shit ton of back catalog. I don't care. Them songs was from then. Like I don't know. Yeah. I've already done it. Nah, like you're right. Because when people do hear it, they're like, yeah, that's fucking fresh. Like you should record that. It's like it is recorded. Like you just can't access it because I was doing the same thing as you, like hand to hand to the true fans out of the back of the van. Like that's it. That's I
busking.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Like most people, hip hop now, like people are afraid to they're afraid to go out there and get their own little like get gigs. Go stand on the side of the road. Like go if you
Well,
don't.
the thing is, there's a fake it till you make it thing that has been prevalent since our day, where it's like people don't want to look like they're trying in hip hop because that's corny. And Method Man said it when he was like, people used to be like, "Oh, you're an MC, spit a 16." Now they go like, "Oh, you're an MC, where's your chain? Like, why are you at, like, why do I know you? Why are you touchable? You know, it's like it's stupid, man. It's like, and I still subscribe to like spit some dope shit, props, that's cool, you know, like, but it just sucks how much like hyper individualism has deconstructed like a community where it used to be like there used to be a vibrant hip hop community just in the town that I live, and it has all but since been abandoned. Like it's wild.
Who's leading the way? Like who's leading the charge? It's actually making a, like they're making a splash.
Well, that's the
like,
thing. That's the thing is we live in a small town in the Northwest in Oregon, right? So the second anybody gets any traction, they just dip to somewhere and try to get their thing. More power to them, as they should, you know. But there is no sort of movement for the last time I can, and this might just be biased because it was us, but like the Architects crew ran a weekly at Lucky's Club every Wednesday, a weekly for 7 years, and we brought Chino XL, Blueprint, DJ Abilities, Quell and Maker, Soul, Gel, so many type people, and did such a cool thing. And then we all like started having kids and like being tired, and we couldn't focus on music for ourselves because we were too busy trying to build something. And then when we stopped, it just stopped. And I used to get hella mad because like on Facebook, that was the spot at the time, you know. It was like people would be complaining like the scene sucks here, and I'm like, contribute to it.
Right.
I don't see you at shows. I don't see you throwing shows. Throw a basement show. Do something. Like, it's absurd that everything. It's absurd that things need to be this high production. I don't go to concerts. I go to shows.
What's the difference?
You know what I mean? A concert, a beer is $14. A show, a beer is $6.
Yeah, that's the
you know what I mean?
way.
Like, that's the thing that I think the hip hop needs to focus on, because for the first time in a long time, hip hop's not on a Billboard chart or anything. So it's like, I'm like, good. Everyone's bummed. I'm like, that's good. Bring it back down. Come back down and see what there is, because it's bigger than fucking anything you could imagine. When people have no idea, like, the layers of hip hop that there are, you know.
It's because nobody,
especially kids nowadays,
they don't want to search though. Like that was half of my, digging the crates. That was a real thing. Like, going and finding an album that you have no idea what it sounds like, but it's got a cool ass fucking cover. It's like, all right, let's check it out. Let's see what it sounds like. Like that's before the Kazaa days. That's before the, like you could download shit. It's straight up you would not know what it sounds like. There's nobody.
I used to get CDs and tapes, and then I would read the liner notes, and I would see the bands that they thanked, and then I would go search those artists.
Yep.
And I'm not trying to get on some like old like, oh, back in my day. I'm just saying, like, there's clearly a desire for like physical media and a trend of getting away from the cloud and stuff.
Yep.
But it's still only like, it's ironic that people like, there's a subreddit for like cassettes. Like people like will get a cassette and then take a picture of it and share it on a subreddit, and it's like, just go listen to the fucking tape, dude. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? Everything, like, or go show it to a friend. You know what I mean? Like you have the analog gear, now go live like kind of an analog existence to some degree, the best that you can.
Yeah, at least with that one instance.
Yeah, just a little bit. Try to.
You might like it.
You might.
That's a real thing though. Like the physical thing. I've been talking to people about the physical for a long time, and the problem is that it's not convenient at this level. It's just not. It's not convenient to. I don't have a tape deck in my car. Like I don't have a fucking tape deck. Like what the fuck are we doing here? So like same thing with CDs. CDs are out on the. Yeah. There's none in the car. There's not any in your fucking computer. So what? Like how are you gonna enjoy it? So
that's true.
I pretty much what I was thinking is I was like, all right, so fine. This is the problem we're facing. but people do like physical, and I want to be able to hand this shit out, like, and do the hand to hand still. So I was like, USBs, and then
I always thought, yeah.
but the people are nervous about it because you're giving them a USB, and they're like, I don't know you. I'm not plugging this in my phone. Man, it ain't like that. Damn it.
I think if you plot it right and you present yourself like if you're selling them at shows, like I always thought a cool one to do would be like get like pill bottles, blank pill bottles, and then print like your label that looks like kind of like a prescription label with like all your information and stuff on it, and then get pill-shaped USB drives because you can get them that look like little capsules, and then put them in there and sell it like that.
Done.
And like you could make a mint, but people are buying records and tapes have outsold, even though they can't listen to them. They just want the experience of what it is. But it is coming back in a way that I think it's going to be more accessible. Like they sell turntables at fucking Target now,
Walmart.
and they sell tape decks at Walmart and Target and all of these places now. So it's like there's obvious if there's a demand for it, then you know the way to play it will follow you. There's access to it.
Yeah, but I think
it's not for everybody.
Key that you got to have people that really fuck with whatever it is that you do. Whether it's so again, it comes back to for me. It comes back to your brand and and your design, because your designs are going to be crucial. Like if your designs are dope, then that record sitting up on my shelf, that makes sense because it's like, yo, that's a good piece of wax. But like if it's
that's part of the reason, it's part of the reason you buy a record.
Yeah, it's for display. Like most of the people, like even my son, he got into records for a little bit, and I was like, that's cool because he's seen the collection, and he's like, oh yeah, let's do that. Yeah, no, he literally put them up on the wall. Like he would take them out of the sleeve, put them up on the wall. I'm like, you gonna drop that at some point, or something's gonna happen to that wax. He's like, I'm not listening to it. What? What?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you was being a audiophile type crazy dude.
To some degree, whatever drives sales for physical media is good for the independent artists because like we're not getting shit off of streams. So like that's where I'm at. Is like I gotta have something physical. Like the best description I've ever heard is if you're an independent artist, you are a traveling T-shirt salesman.
Yes, I've said that one too. Like that's a classic. Like you're a traveling T-shirt salesman with extra steps.
Yeah,
and it's like,
for sure.
And that's where like let me see so that's actually what we're working on right now. It should be up in February, and that's Own Lane. Own Lane is I encourage artists to own their own lane, like actually be responsible for their side of the business and everything. So giving a platform to be able to do that, like cause Spotify, like you already said, ain't nobody making money off of streaming. It's because they're owned by record labels, and so we did all this work to be independent artists, and then what do we turn around and do? We give all our rights to Spotify, and they give us less than what a record deal would have gave you with none of the benefits. It's like, so people just put themselves artists put themselves in a very difficult position where we have to, the only way you're going to get out there is if you're on Spotify. Well, yeah, because nobody's going to go site to site to site to site to get to the, to each individual's like music. So what
people
we're doing.
Don't even like closing tabs.
I'm saying, they got fucking 100 tabs over. I know I do. So what we've done is we've put it to where it's a home for independent artists where they don't have to pay for merch. Like so, the biggest problem with merch for most people is that they don't have the upfront money. Like it's expensive to fucking pay for that, and then also you don't know that it's all gonna sell. So you got 100 CDs here, you got T-shirts over here, you got fucking thongs back here. Like you got whatever the fuck you had in merch is around your house if it didn't sell. So it's like, I can't give this shit away. Like, so instead of doing that, we promote drop shipping at first. Like you submit the designs, do as many as you want. It's not gonna cost y'all a dime. They go ahead and they buy it. If you're selling 5 to 10 a month, invest in yourself. Start with the 50, go through one of our manufacturers, and make that deal, make that money. And it's going to be, and you have the data to back it up. Not only that, but when it comes to rights, when it comes to registering their rights, most people are like, all right, so I go through my distributor, and at best, and most of them don't, but at best they have ASCAP or BMI. That's as far as their registration goes. It's like, there's 6 different places you got to register, and they're all a pain in the ass. So,
CSAC, BMI, ASCAP,
the Harry Fox Agency, SoundScan, Sound Exchange, like. But it is a pain in the ass, and most artists are like every other profession. That's what I found in being in marketing, is that most artists, they want to focus on the art just as much as a baker wants to focus on baking and all this. They want to be good at their craft, but the real deal is that like you have to know if you're an independent artist, that means everything. That means you are your marketing, you are your PR, your fucking merch, your booking, your fucking everything. Oh yeah, you still got to make the music, and it's still got to be fire.
Yep.
So it's a really hard thing to do. So what we did is we set up, like, right now I think there's 1,200 hours worth of just YouTube tutorials, different shit. Like, you want to get into mixing and self recording, there's a whole platform for that. You want to get into
Cool.
rights and law, all there, and it's all free to the artist. Like,
Sick.
that's what we're doing. So what we're doing is we're doing an advertising share where there's advertising for the free model, because people aren't going to pay always. Cool, then they get commercials just like any other platform, but 90%, 80 to 90% goes to the artist, like
Right.
straight to them. And then merch sales, same thing. Like, just the best deal that you could possibly get, helping as many artists. So I measure my success based on how many artists I get to their next level. So
Cool.
if I'm doing that, I think I'm doing the right thing.
Right on.
So hopefully, the first 1,000 artists that get on there, we're doing our beta testing right now, but first 1,000 artists that get on there get the 90-10 split for life. So it's like, there's no, like, that's just what it is. Like, y'all get the little gold stamp and shit, so we know how to differentiate y'all on the site. Um,
Right on.
but yeah, man, like, that's as far as goals.
That's
Like,
sick.
what do you have for goals as far as your, you know, 5-year plan? Like, do you have 5 years out in this music game?
No, no.
Freestyle.
I'm a reactor, man. Yeah, 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 yeah. I make art for art's sake. I definitely am more music oriented than business oriented. I've ran enough businesses to have a somewhat educated business decisions side of things, but my goals are pretty realistic. Like, if I could get a network on in my region where I could make $500 a gig and sell merch with 100% of my cut, I feel like I could do just fine, because I'm not trying to live off of my music as much as I'm trying to, when I have my music be a side hustle.
Yeah.
Not even break even. I've already made money off my music, because my gear I've paid for over the years. It's paid for. It's done. Like, I just have this shit now. When I had more money, and it's like, I'm just putting music out to see where it goes. If opportunities come up, as they have in my life, I will seize them. But I kind of am a cog floating effortlessly in a fucking machine that I don't even understand, So
So you're like,
my duty. What's up?
I said, so you're like everybody else. Like, nobody really knows what they're doing. They think that they know what
Yeah,
they're doing.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I just want to make music, and I put it out the way I do, and I've been very lucky to do things that most people that pursue things in this vein haven't been able to do. Like, if you would have asked 14-year-old me if I would have had like opportunities to brush shoulders with people I idolized in high school, I would have told you were crazy, And I've developed relationships with people that I pretended to be in my head when I was listening to their music, So it's like, on that level, I'm grateful no matter what. But
Yeah.
the music side of the money side of thing is like, dude, if I play 3 shows a month and I get $1,500 plus I sell $1,000 of merch at each show, and then I come home and I do my job at my venue that I like, that I'm cool with that, Like,
That's a good
I've
life.
already accomplished. Yeah, that's a good life for me. Like, I have no ideas of grandeur of being like, I'm so marketable that I'm gonna be the next fucking G-Eazy, Like, or whoever the fuck it is. I don't even keep tabs on who's who anymore,
I don't.
Like, I'm just doing my own shit. The people that I grew up listening to aren't on the Billboard charts, and never were.
Yeah, exactly.
They
They weren't
aren't.
when I listened to them.
You know what I mean? Like, so I have a pretty, maybe some would call it pessimistic. I've had friends get mad at me in the past and be like, dude, you should really, like, go to LA. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna go to fucking LA. You're good. I'm good. You know.
There's no reason to like. People have these thoughts of what it is to do these things. Like just like all the kids want to be a YouTuber, they all want to be an influencer and shit. And it's like, I just look at it and go, that's not. You're not being reasonable with your skill set. Like, what are you gonna be talking about exactly? Because
self-awareness is the most beautiful thing of all. If I'd rather somebody be an asshole and know they're an asshole, or an idiot and know they're an idiot. Like, I take a nice idiot over a smart dickhead any day of the week. Man. Like,
absolutely.
Every time.
That's a hands down every single time.
Yeah.
What's your so you're just going with the flow, whatever comes. Do you look at the future of music? Like everybody right now is freaking out over AI and what kind of impact that's going to have. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I mean, yeah, I think it's going to suck, but like I think that ultimately what it will do is steer people more to it almost makes humanity like artisan, which it's like just like capitalism will incorporate everything, it will just create a new market for like human made like it has for organic, you know, like
yep.
So yeah, I mean, I think probably the world's gonna end before. I don't think music's gonna fucking fix anything, or like, you know, I'm pretty I don't know,
awesome.
man.
That's an awesome.
Yeah.
So a realist is a pessimist is a realist by default. Like
I think so.
You know.
Yeah.
It's kind of the you know, yes, you can actually, if you're self-aware and also observant of your surroundings and been paying attention, you're like, yo, it's not long, you guys.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, I just started working on the ideas for this book, and it's roughly about that exact thing. It's about all the ways that we could die at any moment, like literally any moment, and it's whole civilization gone. From asteroids, war, man-made fucking biologics, fucking like a solar flare, all these
or
things.
How many times has it happened already?
Right. Well, that's a whole nother story. Is like when it comes to how many times it's happened already. You look back at the Native Americans, they said 3 times that we've gone through this, but that's just this cycle. If there's the Big Bang and the what is it, the Big Crunch, like it all contracts again, then that means that it could have gone through so many times. And since
I saw something, and don't quote me on this because I'm stupid and I smoke weed all day, but like I saw something about how like physicists have kind of found out that our Milky Way is existing within a black hole. Like there's this theory that like we are in the center of a black hole, and yeah, we don't know fucking anything, man. It's like, I don't know, man. As far as AI, have you ever read the book I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream?
No.
It's a short story, and it's insane. But read that. I won't spoil it for you, but read that. It's like 60 pages. That's how I think AI is gonna go.
All right. So I haven't read that one yet, but I can tell you how I think it's gonna go, which is, so right now we're looking for, and there's the three markers. It's the one. It's you know, where we have AI that we have right now isn't really AI because it's not making decisions. AGI is what we meant when we said AI.
General intelligence.
Yeah, the generative intelligence, where it's able to generate its own ideas. So the levels are like the current AI is as smart as the smartest human in certain tasks, but not everything. It's kind of retarded in some other ones. Oh no, the R word.
I don't care.
We can cuss here, but not the R word, man.
It's back, I heard.
It's back? All right. Ooh, man, good. I don't keep up with them trends. So then the second one is AGI, which if it's generative, it is as smart as every human, as the smartest human in every field. So it's already, you know, pretty, but within 10 minutes of create that, once it goes, oh shit, hey, and it becomes self-aware, it's going to go, you know what I could do though? I can make a better me right now. And within 10 minutes, that shit is going to have an ASI.
Self-replicating.
Yeah, well, an ASI, an artificial super intelligence, where it is smarter than every human in every topic. Done. Check.
I would like very much to start a cult or religion or whatever, and it's like Amish people, but It only goes to 19. No, it just goes to 1999. So that you can only use the technology up to 1999. So you can have the internet, but you gotta like use MapQuest. And, like,
no.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Just not MapQuest. Jesus.
We were a proper country then, dude.
Every generation feels that way, though. I've said this for a long time.
I know.
Every generation prior,
I'm being
like.
facetious.
But it is. I mean, that's real though. Is that I feel like we were the pre-fully. We weren't fully analog. We weren't fully digital. We're right there in the middle where it's the perfect combination. Like we didn't. What is that saying?
It was just enough convenience.
Yeah. Like I mean, still drinking out of a water hose. Yes. I heard that. I saw somebody react to that. It was on one of the reels or whatever, and he goes, she was talking about, so yeah, when we was kids, we would drink out of the hose and play out all day. You know, we couldn't come back until the street lights came on, and the kid just looked at him like, that's abuse. Like,
yeah.
You should have been in the house.
I don't necessarily believe that, but it's more like, well, yeah, the water wasn't poisoned then, or something like that, you know, because it's like. The world has just deteriorated. Like, yeah, you used to be able to drink milk all day and eat like beef and be cool because it wasn't pumped full of garbage and shit to make you sick, you know. And I'm not trying to get all conspiracy on it. It's just like I don't even think it's on like a it's to control the population. I don't think it's that. I think it's more like it's cost effective for us to use these cost saving things. Keep them fucking and having kids, and we'll just have future generations to poison. It doesn't matter, you know. So, yeah, I'm pretty anti-capitalist. If you haven't told, been able to notice that trend yet.
Yeah, well, I mean, but that's what comes with somebody that is paying attention and so on. Like that's what a people of the people, like you know, like a person of the people, which is like that's. I've always considered myself on that side. So I'll tell you an anecdote to that one. I used to work at a. I probably shouldn't actually name them, but I used to work at a very popular phone company, and they gave you and I worked in customer care, so like they gave me the ability to give $250 per call per line at any time if it was justified, and I was like, okay, cool. So man, if I was having a good day, you know, it's everybody. You get your bill done. You called in for a payment arrangement. You don't owe for the next 3-4 months. Like my shit was through the roof, and then one day I walked in after months of doing that. I walk in one day and there's like this Nazi style fucking red and black like backdrop banner, and it's like 100 names, and mine's number one. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm number one in something. That must be, I bet you that's customer surveys. Fucking they love me. Everybody loved me. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's not what that was. That is not what that was. It was
you
like,
were in trouble. Yeah.
If your name is above the 50%, the 50 mark, then you probably won't have a job in a week. Everyone else, I couldn't give money away forever. Like I just had to not give any money away, and I felt so shitty. I was like, this fucking job sucks. Like I ended up quitting because I'm like, this sucks. Like I actually liked my job before. But I probably gave away. They said it was over $250,000. I was like, yeah. To $1 million corporation? Absolutely. Like it was legal.
Who cares?
Yeah. Exactly. It was legal. Fuck your shareholders.
Sorry, I'm bad at my job. Yeah.
Oh no. Oops. Yeah, fucking that's funny, man. Like but I'm definitely for the people, and that's what OwnLane's about. That's why I'm doing it for no cost. Like just letting artists have an opportunity to fucking do the things that they can't do or don't know how to do. And that's where like I feel like when you have this type of awareness, like when like somebody like yourself, like you have this type of awareness, is it your job to tell that person? Like, is it your job to actually like, hey, I don't know, kind of break their rose-colored glasses?
I don't know. Not always. I think everything. I don't think it's binary like that. You know what I mean? Like I think everything is a case-by-case basis. How you decide to react to it, there's a lot of context that you would need to make a decision on whether you would want to shatter somebody's perceptions. Because like you have kids, right? You know, you don't want to fucking tell them what the world is, because then they'd be like, why the fuck did you make me? You know what I mean? But like,
you see, Dad is really bad at pulling out.
Exactly.
You can't be honest. Nobody's an accident. Nobody in this house is an accident.
You just can't put that weight on people, and there's some people that choose to live in that, and there's some people that don't. I would say right now that like I would trade the awareness that or the self-perceived awareness for ignorance any day of the week if I could just go back in time and just live like, yeah, dude, fucking shit rocks. My job's awesome. My boss is cool. Like, nobody's exploiting me right now. Everything's good. Nobody's trying to take advantage of me or trying to sell me anything every step of the way, every 10 seconds that I exist. And, like, you know.
That's
like,
awesome, though. That's a great thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just like I tell people all the time. Like, I trade my ghetto pass for a Beverly Hills pass right now, but
Nobody's giving you the chance. Nobody give me a chance. Come on.
People, I'd never sell out. I go, I've never been offered. You know, it's easy to say when nobody's throwing money in your face. Who fucking knows?
I mean,
what I would do.
I know there's certain people, and that's the people that I keep around me, is the ones that don't actually. They're not concerned with status. They don't care about money or any of that, because those are the people that they're doing it because they actually want to be doing it. Like, that's when I say to people, like, the difference between interest and passion, like, that's a really important thing to me. Like, if you want to do this music thing and you are passionate about it, you're going to do it regardless of if you're getting paid, like, because it's what you do. If you're interested in it, you're not going to stick around very long. Like, you're going to want the clout that you're not going to get immediately, and you're not going to do any of the hardships. None of the hardships. So, like, it is what it is. Like, okay, then say that you're a hobbyist. Like, don't say that you're just gumming up all the fucking, it's bullshit. But, like, I'm jaded.
Yeah, me too. And I look at it like this. When I was young, I would play shows. I would use the money from the shows to, like, make merch or whatever. Then I would, like, play shows and sell that merch, or I would take the money from the shows, get a pot, get a headliner in town, be the main support for the headliner, do all this stuff, and I'm like, okay, this is a lot of work when I could just, like, make a video in my fucking studio and, like, put $5 a day, because I've always been under the mindset of, like, paying for ads is fucking corny.
Yep.
Or using a fucking sample pack is corny. Or, you know, I've been so rigid, and I finally kind of loosened up on that, where I was like, you know what, if I need an 808 fucking splice, I'll use your 808. You know, like, I don't care anymore. I won't dig through a record that I can make an 808 or buy a TS or an 808 and you know, have the hardware sense. I don't need to do that. So. Yeah,
but the purist, it's all of it. So we had this. So I was right with you, because I'm the exact same, and I always have been until it just became impractical. It's like, oh wait, like nobody's listening. Nobody cares if you used a Splice 808. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They could care less. They don't care about how you mix the vocals. Does it sound good, or does it offend ears? And I'm not talking about production. I'm talking about, like, the people just dig it.
Well, you can't let perfection stand in the way of progress, like, ever. And that was something that I held on. It took me 10 years to let go of that, because from 2015 till 2025, I didn't put out shit, because I was like, it's not good enough. I got to get this. I got to record it this way. I got to get a tape machine. I got to do this. And then finally I said, fuck it, dude. I'm doing this like a live performance, because I've always written music to perform, not to record.
Yeah.
I'm a performer, not a recorder. I love, if I just want to go out and perform, like, if I could just do that, that's what I would do. Because if you could bottle that feeling and sell it to people, people would be drug addicts for that shit. It's unbelievable.
They are drug addicts for that shit. You know what people do for this? Like, you know what people do for that shit? Come on.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, if you could sell it to just a random person, they'd be like fentanyl people on the street, you know, like, just chugging that juice. So it's like,
yo, that's a concept right there. That is a great concept.
Yeah. But that's why I do it, you know. So, like, the more I can perform, the better. So the more I put music out there. It used to be I would, like, find people. I would do shows to get people to follow me online, and now it's like I'm doing things online so people will come to a show.
That's where you're at anyway. Like, okay, so one, it helps you out financially. Like, it's hard to deny. You know, you're talking about a sample pack being, you know, like, that was a faux pas back in the day, like, but now, what about the AI? Like, I mean, you have in waves. You can go ahead and go in there right now and go tick, and it's got.
Oh, I would never.
It's got generative.
I would never.
All they're doing is doing generative, though. Like it's the same thing
But
as
I
a
would
sample
never.
pack, right?
Yeah, but I would never. I would never. I. Here's the thing. There's
Not,
got to be a human. Like I'm not talking like the placement. Something has to be. There has to be soul to it, and like I understand that technology always increases, and I would argue that like yes, I should be able to play every instrument that I sample if I want to call myself a musician. What I'm saying is that if you're using AI to create your music or your art, you aren't an artist. You're something different. So like just the same way if I'm using machines to create music and I'm not playing a music instrument, might not be a musician, but I'm certainly a performance artist. So that argument could be made. But I think if like you're AI creating beats for yourself, if you're at least writing your lyrics and you're being like, this is the only way I know how because I don't have the ability to access beat machines or software or whatever, so I'm just having AI do it. Cool, that's like putting out a mixtape over Young Jeezy beats in the fucking early 2000s, you know?
go on
I'm cool
YouTube.
with that.
Every rapper I know goes on YouTube and steals the beats. Every single
Exactly. That's different to me, but when people are getting royalties on shit that they just put a prompt into and it's changing the music for humans, AI should be doing math and solving world crises, not making art. That's what I would say. What makes us human is us making art. We should have that solving the world's problems because clearly humans aren't capable of doing that.
one.
And we should be laying in fields making art and sucking each other's balls or whatever. It just shouldn't. It just shouldn't be this way.
That's all
It
you're
shouldn't
gonna.
be data.
That's the only option you're gonna have shortly.
But you know what I'm saying? Like it should be.
Have you heard any of the AI stuff that's good?
I don't even mess with it. Like I won't listen to it. Like if I see sloth AI or anything like that, I just completely disregard it. I think that it is not good for humanity. I think a lot of things aren't good for humanity, but like the thing that makes us human is error and mistakes and swing and things like that. And if we outsource our creativity and our consciousness to ones and zeros, it's going to change the scape and the scope of humanity forever in a way that makes us less human, and it's going to ruin our critical thinking.
I agree, and it already actually like scientifically they've already shown that by using ChatGPT for a month for your general like instead of using Google or anything else like you use ChatGPT, then your neural pathways are weakened by 45% because they're using it for everything. I don't even think about anything anymore. It thinks for me. So like,
well,
I get that on the
Yeah.
creative side that you feel like there's no humanity in it, but like, what about when it comes to the curation of like, it's not from what I've seen from people that use it, how I would say that it's a tool and not a crutch is when they're taking and they go through and they'll stem it out. They'll go, I'm looking for this type of bass or this type of kick, and they'll go through and listen to all of the things just like I do when I'm listening through all my samples in Ableton, just going through and finding the perfect kick. They do the same shit with AI, so they're sitting there waiting for it, like this is fucking AOL days, trying to get on the internet, waiting for that shit, and then hey, here's a kick, fuck, that's garbage. Next, but they're curating in that fashion, and they're creating. I mean, the number one, I think it was like 3 days ago, fucking number one song in country right now is AI. It's an AI.
I think that's a stain on humanity. Like I really do. Like, and I'm not trying to discredit the people that use it. Like I'm not saying like it's complicated, but I'm very stern on the fact that like there is something to you using your ear and your finger to tap through something and to make a choice that you're not putting the decision up to something that you should agree with. I think the world and humans in general have created this system where it's like we're just turning to something to make the decision and trying to devoid ourselves of any sort of responsibility. And I think this is just indicative of that. Like, what a scapegoat to put art out in the world. Putting art in the world is supposed to be brave. It's like it's supposed to test boundaries, and to put art out into the world that is just widely accepted by every single person that a robot made says we're turning more into robots than it's turning more into a human to me.
I think you're one of every single thing that you said is absolutely true. And there's this saying that goes around that I think is like kind of propaganda style, but it's like it's a computer won't take your job. AI won't take your job. Somebody that knows how to use AI will take your job. And so like that concept definitely is in the propaganda wing for like, oh yeah, it's cool. Like yeah, we're still pushing for it. Like it's not that the AI isn't the problem. It's like guns don't kill people, people kill people. Like it's the same
capitalism
concept.
is the problem.
Yo, for real, like that because they wouldn't
unrelenting. Yeah.
That's the problem with everything. Like, but I do hate
AI wouldn't be used for art if everybody's needs were met, because everybody would have the time to make art of their own volition, or poetry, or fucking build a car, or fucking forge swords, or chop wood, whatever, build a cabin. It doesn't matter. We would have the time to go and do those things if they tasked it with that. But the powers that be, the ruling class, do not want us making art. They want us toiling, so we're tired and capacitated. So if they can have AI make art while we just keep working, so they can strip that from us too, so we can't even monetize our own intellectual property right anymore, then we're left to just keep working. Go find a gig. Go fucking deliver groceries.
You won't be doing shit.
Freezing rain.
It will not matter. It's about to, like, all that shit is gonna end real soon, and people are gonna be like, what the fuck? What? Wait.
Data centers need to be destroyed en masse, and we need to wipe everything clean and start over.
Yo, I didn't say that on this podcast. We gotta get out of here. No, like, yeah, it's fucking like, cause I agree that we definitely can't have. It's the progression. It's what's going to happen. I knew that there was because there's this like this graph they always showed us. It goes straight up in the air like that, and it's like a fucking it's the technology line. And so like we're at this point where I would call it the singularity, like quantum computing, AI, and robotics are all coming together at the same time. And when that happens, there's nothing else for us. Like there's nothing else for us to do because it can all be done for cheaper, better, faster, so on. So like, what is humans' role at that point? Like, well, according to that ruling class, upper class, or whatever, they want 2 billion less of us on the planet. And if you know anything about people, we like to fuck. So I don't see it going down unless there's some intervention. So I believe that there is a little bit of that culling in the air, which sucks because like I just saw what was it? I think it was like Friday. I think it was a shipment of robots, like the 4.5 foot tall robots from China, coming over here because they, at the beginning of 2025, it was $90,000 for a humanoid robot. About halfway, about August or so, it was about 50,000. So they had cut it damn near half, and they want to be able to ship these for $5,000 to $6,000 next year at the beginning, and then halfway through the year, they're like, yeah, we'll be able to get this down to you for like 3,500. Everybody is gonna have a robot if it does what it's supposed to do. Like right now, they're pretty fucking retarded, honestly.
They're bad,
yeah. But the freaky part was it looked exactly like I Am Robot, where the fucking like they were all marching onto the fucking onto the shipping container, and as he's shutting the door, it's like yo, that is the worst thing in the world.
Historically, new technology has never been used for weaponry, so I'm pretty sure they'll have nothing to worry about.
That's obviously, go back to sleep. Go back to sleep.
Yeah, nah, man, you guys are good. Come on, man.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be an interesting time. Even the guy that the head of Google, of Alphabet rather, he goes, look, there's nothing you can do to slow this down. It's about to get bumpy for everybody. We're gonna have this he called it a dystopia for anywhere from like 8 years to 25 years, depending on how the world reacts, essentially. So he said, just for the time being, until that happens, just enjoy your families. Spend lots of time with your family. They're like, I keep seeing that message pushed a lot. Like, spend time with your family. Like, that's a good idea. Yo, they're just like, they're trying to like make it to where you just accept it immediately when it does happen.
Yeah, remember the fucking drones that were just flying and nobody's talking about it again? And what the fuck was that? They were just like all over the coast of New Jersey, and people were like, they can't be shot down. I was like,
what? What happened to that story?
yeah.
Like, yo, they.
And it's just like, yeah, but some guy is in a girl's locker room. It's like, I don't fucking care. I don't care, dude. There's fucking drones in the sky, and I'm like, oh god.
The Million Drone Army too, like seeing China do their sky displays and shit.
Oh,
like,
dude.
Just picture all of those, every one of them with a little bit of C4 and or a one singular 9mm round.
I mean, I'm pretty good. I don't think China's going to start a war with us. I mean, not to get into politics right now, but like, I don't think China's. I mean, historically, they haven't started many foreign wars. You know what I mean? Like, they really have. They kind of just attack their own people a lot. But they'll just crush us economically, and that's what they've been trying to do for the last 50 years, and that's where they're getting right now. Yeah. So it's like. Yeah, so it's like they don't. I don't think they need or want to get physical with us. You know, I think that's more like Russia.
I mean, Russia definitely has a reason to.
For sure.
They got everybody's got their own reasons and so on. Like us and China, the only reason that we would go physical is if they took Taiwan, because if they take Taiwan, that's part of our that they make the chips for our nuclear devices. Like we split it up amongst 3 places for that reason. That's why China's like, we kind of, it's a part of China. And we don't really have anything
messy.
to say. Everything is messy. The world is messy always. We're always at the brink of the end from something or another, and that's that concept for that book I was talking about. Because like, yo, how many? Is there like 1,000 ways for us to be killed like right now? Like the whole civilization-ending shit, like 1,000 ways. It's like it's crazy.
I mean, it's weird to think that maybe it's happening all the time at once, every second, and our consciousness is just skipping to the next one that isn't destroyed every other second. You know, I mean, there's a million theories for this shit. Who knows? Every time we go to sleep, maybe we die and we wake up in another fucking parallel universe. I don't know.
All right, so let me ask you a question then, because it seems relevant. So if they were to make teleportation able to be done for humans, like it's been proven safe, everything. The thing is that it essentially destroys everything on this side of the teleport to read the data, and then it reassembles it on the other side. Is that still you?
Oh, it's like what's the philosophy thing, the wooden ship thing.
Yeah.
Where I mean, I don't know. I mean, my thought is that your body isn't you; it's your consciousness that's you. So, like, if it's just removing the molecular stuff, I would assume by the time we have teleportation, we would understand consciousness better. So I would hope that they would be like, no, your consciousness just exists and then reformulates inside of the meat sack that we re-put together for you. I'd be like, all right, that's cool. But also, I wouldn't mind just having my conscious put into a robot and just being a robot. I would do that, like, right now, because my body has done nothing but fail me. So like I want metal body parts, you know.
Why the fuck not? If that
just walk under the fucking ocean, just sick, dude. You know.
It's fucking dope out here. Like you guys should try it. Like that part, like the whole consciousness. Like I've been working. Everybody that knows me know me for a while. Like that is one of the theories. Is the theory of everything, and like tying all of that shit together. Like getting it actually together is fucking. It's a hard thing. Like you just hit on so many different subjects right there. Like to be able to be familiar with. Like there's different theories on what this is. Like what is it called? It's biocentrism, where we are the universe experiencing
itself.
Like that sounds about right to me.
One of my favorite ones that I've stumbled upon recently is that consciousness is the fabric of reality and not space and time. And space and time is a user interface that consciousness uses to interact with things. So like we already know that there's different spectrums of vision and things that we just can't, and different dimensions. And the theory is that like space and time is the headset that we put on to see the things around us, but like the things aren't there unless they're being viewed. kind of like Grand Theft Auto, when you turn and look away, it's not there anymore, but when you turn back, it's still there. So who's to say? And there's this theory that consciousness is the main construct of reality, because if nothing's there to be observed, then it doesn't exist. So like, if matter exists without an observer, it doesn't actually exist, because there is no existence without observation.
Yes, I agree. That's literally.
I don't know if I agree with that. I'm just saying it's very interesting to me that like when you combine that with like near-death experiences and all these other things, it's like, okay, well maybe there is this like primordial pool of consciousness that we all come from, and in the way that we're all different, we are all one. And when you go back to that, you go back into this thing, doesn't mean you stopped being the thing you were. You still have those memories as the whole that you were. So you're more close with your children, and you're more close with your family and everything, like, I think that's interesting.
As you evolve, like, I can't say, nobody can say whether that's true or not, because if they could prove it, like the whole DMT test, if you ever, hit up some Deems, then you've seen most people report the same thing going and seeing her. Everything that is living has DMT in it, like, and it seems like there's a pretty good reason for it. Is that the passage, the thing that allows you to make that passage, or that, or like, because it feels like the knowledge gained in that state or in that place feels like it's way bigger than just you. Like me personally, whenever you saw like an apple, you've ever seen the time-lapse video where it like completely like disintegrates over time?
Yeah.
That apple didn't go anywhere. Like it just got dispersed, and the energy that we call the soul or whatever, if we are all one with that energy, then essentially, like when we die, that's exactly what happens. It just gets dispersed. Some might go into the ground, some might actually make it through the atmosphere, some everywhere. So like,
but if consciousness is the main source of reality, then that means everything is consciousness, right? If it's the main thing, which means when you go back into the essence, you go back home. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
And it doesn't mean you reincarnate. It's like, so many times I've heard of near-death experiences where people would be like, I was floating above my body, but I didn't know it was me. And I was somewhere that was familiar, but I didn't know what it was. And then I kind of remembered that, oh, this is where I'm from. And I'm going home, and I see people crying around that body, but I'm not even sad for it, because that's not my home. This is my home. Like this was something else.
Don't go towards the light.
Yeah, it's super interesting. It's interesting to me.
It is. It's very interesting. It's the same. Like, and a lot of the stuff that you're going over is like literally the exact same as the stuff I've reviewed, and the way that I lay it out, the way that I think that it is. But again, I feel bad when I tell somebody that is of one of the major religions. I tell them any of the facts that I'm aware of. Like, if they have other facts to back it up that are outside of their book, then cool. But if it doesn't really back up, like there's no such thing as dinosaurs, we got, I got a couple questions.
I mean, I'm down with being combative. Like, I think that I don't think that there's anything bad about confrontation. Like, I thrive on confrontation. I love it. I'm the youngest of 5 brothers. I'm down to talk some shit, But like, I just don't feel like it ever solves anything. So if you go into that confrontation as more than just like as a cathartic thing to do for yourself, like, you're not gonna get anywhere. I've never changed anyone's mind, no matter how much theory or. I mean, not really. You know what I mean? Like people that are that staunch on religion, no. I mean, they have a belief structure that is.
I got a Mormon out of the church because like he came to my house and I was like, yo, if you don't mind if I like, they said we want to tell you about Jesus Christ our Savior through John Smith or whatever. I was like, cool, but if you're gonna tell me story time, then I'm gonna tell you guys stories too. But can we do this in the house while I'm smoking weed? And they're like,
yeah,
sure. They came by every Saturday for a year, like just talking. They brought like special guest speakers and shit, and I'm like, yep, cool. Like let's discuss this. And when I moved away, my buddy Josh, he ended up getting out of the church, which cost him 10 years of just crazy hell of like going through hell. Yeah, and I was like, damn, bro, like I felt really bad when he told me that, but he's like, no. It's good because
best thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah, I'm out of that stuff. But then he's a Christian too then now. So I was like,
yeah.
All right,
my thing is like even with that consciousness shit, like it doesn't rebuke Christianity because they're like you can say like, all right, man, if that is that pull of consciousness, then maybe some people are more in touch with that, and the people that have been preaching that we are all one are a little bit closer to the source, and that was what Jesus. Well, who fucking knows, dude? Whatever makes you feel good, as long as you're agreeing with me. You know what I mean? It's like it's the same thing. Like when you think about like what's the dude Tesla, Nikola Tesla.
Yeah.
You know, like dude was thinking about some shit that. I mean, he knew about the ether before the ether was a thing. Like, you don't just stumble upon that. Like, there's almost like this primordial pool of ideas that people have access to. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like, I doubt the first dude looked at a silicon chip and was like, this is going to power a computer.
No. I mean, you had to work to get to that point even. So you working towards a goal.
I see people driving down one-way streets daily. There ain't no way these dumbass fucking idiots are consciousness experiencing itself every single time, right?
I think
it can't be. Like, you know? Like,
so the way that I justify that is that so if you were that energy, the reason that you would want to come to this physical realm is because you want to experience all those things. And the harder somebody's
pain,
life
loss,
is, yes, like everything,
yeah.
every like what is that? What is his name? He's the English philosopher, Alan. Oh fuck. Watts.
The guy does.
Watts. Yeah. He said. He's like, if you could have a dream every single night, that whole thing. Like, if you could have a dream every single night where you were in control of, and you could live out every fantasy, you would do that. You would run that all the way out, and you would have lived every fantasy. Eventually, it's just like having the cheat codes on a video game. You get bored a lot faster, and you're like, shit, man. Like, what should I do? You need. Spontaneity and things that are not planned to happen.
Chaos.
So yeah, like, and that's where I feel like energy is like, yeah, I can make anything happen and create anything I want, but you know, I'd rather not call it this round. Like, let's go see what it's like to be.
Let's see what happens. Yeah.
So, thanks, because I hope it was interesting.
Yeah. I hope I get back and my debrief is like, I'm gonna be like, damn, dude.
What you get to do?
Why'd you make me put my dogs to sleep, you fucking dickhead?
Right.
It's cold-blooded.
Oh,
this
man.
shit sucks. Yeah.
Oh, dude, for real. Like, I've definitely had to do that one. Like, 16 years, man. Shady. That's Shady's people.
12 years. I had to put him to rest Saturday.
Oh my God, dude, my heart goes out to you because that is a fucking hard time.
It's tough. We're going through it over here. Yeah.
I believe it, man. Fucking. So what kind?
Just a regular good boy, just a mutt, you know.
Good. That's a good boy.
Big old chunky dog, yeah.
you know the pedigree. Good boy.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, 100% good boy. So like I think that the thought of consciousness, we'll save that for the next time. As far as like I think it actually goes into the freestyle here, which is you know, to be able to, where do ideas come from, where does thought and all this manifestation, where does it come from, and how does it get some of the ideas that it does? Because I know damn well I'm not running this shit. The same thing comes to freestyles. Like, where do you go when you freestyle? Like, are you thinking about the object? Like you said, I'm gonna hold up a couple things. Actually, I'm gonna gather.
Yeah. You know, like, for the most part, I used to be more in tune with my freestyles where I could just like have a conversation while I was freestyling, but I don't perform as much as I used to, so I'm a little bit more rusty, so I like to just have cues to go off of. It's funny because people think it's harder to like incorporate something, but to me it's actually easier because it gives me a starting point, you know what I mean? But I could just go too. I'm not worried about it.
Way easier. It's way easier to have visual cues, or like I used to love it when somebody throws a word up. I got a billion words that rhyme with that shit. Like,
I just feel like the trick is like if somebody holds up an object, not to just say it and then rhyme off of it. It's to rhyme a bunch of words that rhyme with it and then use it as the punchline on the end.
Yes.
You know?
Lead up to it. And that's you know, performance is exactly that. Like if you're a magician and you just do the trick, it's not very magical. But if you like all this mysticism and shit and then do the trick, people are like, holy fucking shit.
Little pageantry, you know?
Yes. Same thing with freestyle. So, let's see. Let me see. I got a beat for you. I definitely got a beat.
I like usually like 75 to 80 BPM typically.
Well, We around here don't label this shit. We don't label them based on their
do what you gotta do. You're good.
I don't know what beat it'll be. It's one of the random. We're gonna call it honky tonk. I don't know what it is.
All right. That feels racist.
It does, right? Let's see. I'm alive.
Yo, I spit this hard. I got my man holding up his fucking business card, and I'ma get this bar on the MPC because it's KID on the frequency. You know I'm running this shit slow or fastest. I'ma bring it sweet old school molasses. I'ma run off in my old sunglasses. Motherfuckers think they sick, but I beat they asses. I'ma do this shit. You know it's a crew sport, and I'ma go smoke your ass just like a Newport. You gotta do that. I beat you back in blue cats. Motherfucking act like I'm a fucking new jack. I'll get up in your uterus with a crucifix. Call this motherfucking ruthlessness. Who is this? What is that? Is that a lighter? I'm not a TIE fighter, killing in design. I'm known to ignite the fucking blunts. Don't front. It's KI. I stay fly, coming by the wayside. Never gonna take time. You know I'm fucking flowing. It's apparent. You better advise your parents that I'm fucking scaring all these kids in the school. Trying to play it cool. Killing in design. Yo, I'm always breaking rules. Gonna do this shit cause you know I'm fucking run squirt. And I'm gonna drink some motherfucking Southern Comfort with a twist of lime. I'm fucking spitting rhymes. Killing in design. You know I'm getting mine. It's the Wu-Tang. I'll get you like it's new thing. Beat you with saying shit like a Wu-Tang. What is that?
It's an ashtray.
Yeah. Okay. I'm in last place. You a bad taste. Every guy that got dumped in the ashtray. I'm fucking falling off. Hit you with a ball and talk. My dick is hard. My balls are soft.
Yeah.
Got your neighbors like call the cops. Bring that beat back. I'ma smoke a weed sack and be quick to react. Then I'll just jump off and ride on Harley while I'm up in Bob Marley. Don't even start with me. You know you got a fucking art MC who's gonna fucking kill it with these fucking start to beats. I gotta bring it back. I swing an axe, be quick to react. Smoke a weed sack and then I relapse. You're about to relax. Yo, I buried my dog, but that's okay, cause you know I just carry this log and build a cabin with the problems. No, I'm about to solve them. I don't need a sidekick like Batman or Robin. I'm bringing back when we talking about consciousness. Killing in design, I spit with an obnoxious twist.
Yeah.
Marble on my balls and dick. I ain't here to talk politics.
Yeah. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. See, that's.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yo, I appreciate you, brother. If you hold on for just a second, let me just close this live out, just cause
Yep.
Riverside be doing some funky shit.
Okay.
Yo, we've been shooting the shits. Make sure, where can they find you at?
KI Design, Instagram, Spotify, anywhere you stream music. It doesn't have to be Spotify. I'm aware that they're bad now. But it's fucking, the second I get any traction on there, they're fucking bad. So Apple Music, fucking wherever, you know. But KI Design, you just type that in any streaming service. I'm around.
Yo, you heard it, man. Get up with it. Yo, until next time, we Audi 5000.
Peace.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, man, that was a great episode.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, that's a fucking fresh ass freestyle, man. That's great content right there. It's good times, man. Like,
there's definitely some fumbles in there. But
I heard you, but it's all right. It ain't hurt nothing. Like, all it is nothing but like, honestly, it's always like the same shit. It's nothing but love. Like, people show a bunch of love for freestyle. Like, that's become a new, you know, like that's actually getting respected finally. Like, that's why hearing you say ideal and abilities, I was like, what? You know, ideal and abilities, like,
Oh, yeah.
nobody know them. Nobody
Well, it's funny
nobody
too,
knew
'cause,
them.
like,